What is the best way to travel between two islands in the middle of a lake? Ziplining, of course. So we are visiting the island of Yunuén. It is in the middle of Lake Pátzcuaro, and it's in between Juanillo and La Pacanda. So here there are cabins, and we visited a beautiful cabin that has a wonderful view of the lake. We are sitting down to have lunch now at the only restaurant on this island. So this is in between the cabins. The cabins are, they have cabins for 2 people up to 17 people, and this restaurant will fit a lot of people. So there's a lot of ways that you could really enjoy this island with family or friends, and renting multiple cabanas here and being able to have meals right here at this restaurant. So everyone is really friendly here. It's incredibly friendly. We came over here by boat, and because it is not busy today, we hired our own boat, which was 400 pesos to get over to this island. And then they're going to pick us up on La Pacanda, because we are going to zip line from Yunuén over to La Pacanda. So we're going to check that out after we have something to eat. We've pretty much explored this entire island. It is incredibly quiet here. It feels like it's just us and the birds. This meal looks amazing. So I ordered grilled chicken breast in mole sauce, and it came with rice. And there are homemade tortillas. Marty got fish. He got the mojada fried fish, and he got 2 pieces, and it came with a little salad and some fruit and some refried beans. And of course everything was some homemade or made by hand tortillas. And we got a michelada and a mezcalada, which are almost gone. So they're really tasty, and you can tell that everything is freshly squeezed and made, and everything is freshly prepared. So you might wait a few extra minutes for the food here. Totally worth the wait. So we are going to give it a shot, give it a taste. So there is a very small office here that is for tourism. This place is very ecologically sound, so they call it ecotourism when you come here. And the gentleman in the ecotourism building who showed us the cabin and also showed us where we could come and have lunch, told us that this island is really safe, that it is quiet, relaxing, and once you arrive, from the time you leave, you have become family with the people here. This is the cutest little preschool I've ever seen. It's a very different touristic experience. Highly recommend that if you have the opportunity to do something different while in the Pátzcuaro and Michoacán area, that you give this a shot. I can't wait to come back and spend the night here. And I just bought a mug. Isn't that gorgeous? 30 pesos. About $1.50 to $2. It's beautiful. So from the restaurant's balcony, you can actually see where we crossed. And that is not Pátzcuaro. You can cross over here from Pátzcuaro, but it's going to be a much longer ride. But from here, it's only like a 10-minute ride. Where you park your car It's 50 pesos for parking, so they'll collect that as you're coming in. And again, I can't say it strongly enough, is that the people here are incredibly friendly and go out of their way to help. But I will tell you that they do not speak English, and it is helpful to have some basic Spanish and be ready with that translator app if you need that in order to communicate with people in Spanish. So we just checked in at the little tienda here, and they have wine, they have beer, they have bottles. So they have Don Julio 70 and other bottles of alcohol that you can buy, so you don't have to come here with anything. One thing I did notice is that the pricing is not any higher than you would get at a mainland store. So can leave it all behind and just bring a small bag of the little necessities that you would need. They also have They also have little toiletry needs and stuff like that. Very small general store with the basic necessities, so that if you forget something, you can get it right here. You don't have to alcohol, just buy it here, support the local people. Absolutely recommend it. We are off to the tirolesa or zipline to get to the other island. Here we are waiting for it's really windy. We're just waiting for the guy who just ziplined to the other side to get down there to receive us. So we're up here. We just took a straight up ladder, and I did it, so if I can do it, anybody can do it, seriously. So then they hook us up. Marty's gonna go first, then me, and so then we'll be on Isla La Pacanda, and from there we'll wander around and check it out, and then we will take a boat back to the mainland so that we can head back towards Pátzcuaro, where we are doing a pet sit for 3 dogs, and they will be absolutely ready for us to come home and take them for a walk. So we have to save just a little bit of energy when we're pet sitting with dogs. So they need lots of attention, love, and walks. They are now tightening up the metal rope that goes across the lake.
We're getting ready to go. Oh boy! Ah! Ah! Oh shit!
So just a quick overview of the tirolesa, or the zip line. So it's 300 pesos round trip per person. And when you get over here, you can return back to Yunuén. So we opted to stay over here on La Pacanda and take a boat back to the mainland instead of taking the round trip. So we asked that they keep our overpayment for a propina tip for the 3 people that helped us get back to solid ground safely. So it was a lot of fun. It was scary hopping off. And when you arrive onto the other side, you have to grab onto a green rope. So what happened with me, of course, is the rope, the little slidey thing that goes across the metal had flipped around. So I had to flip it back, and I was getting really nervous. So they ended up pulling the rope back, putting it right side up, bringing it back out to me while I hung there. So, yay to them for getting me back safely. It was tiring for my arms, so what that means to me is that I'm a little out of shape and I need to shape back up. So now we are wandering the island of La Pacanda, Isla La Pacanda, and we checked out the church. There is a mass going on, so we didn't wander too much into the church. The grounds are beautiful. So we did read that there's usually a lake on this island, but it's nowhere to be found, and we've been told that it's most likely dried up because I think we've talked about it in an earlier video or an earlier segment that much of this area is getting drier, and that there used to be 6 islands in this lake and now there are only 4, that 2 of them have joined the mainland. Everybody has cows here. There's tons of space. So this would be a really good example of what you would call Tahito land. It is definitely land being worked. And there is a lovely town square with lots of trees and kids' playground, places for them to play, and a nice place to rest. It's right across from the church on the opposite side. So as we came up, we were greeted by some lovely cows, and they welcomed us to the island with their mooing and their cuteness. There was a baby, a couple of babies, and a few mommies. Walking down from the top part of the area down to where we're going to catch our boat is gorgeous. And just looking out at the lake, I mean, kind of have to be careful going down, but otherwise you can see there are stairs and a little walkway here that go at a little bit of a slope, but the view is gorgeous, and we really have enjoyed spending the day on both islands. Very quiet, very peaceful, very lovely. Lots of flowers and trees as we walk down. We never did find a lake, so we do believe that it has dried up. So there's really nothing special that you need to have in order to take this trip. I would have your phone, obviously, for pictures, but nothing really major needed. We have equipment with us, which was easy for us to keep on our back, even as we ziplined us from Yunuén to La Pacanda. But comfortable walking shoes are always great for if you want to wander around the islands and get some exercise in. You're going to want to have pesos and you're going to want to have cash, definitely for both trips. We did not run into any restaurants on La Pacanda, so if you're going to eat on Yunuén. The food was delicious, as I think I mentioned before once or twice. Food was really tasty, and before you head over to La Pacanda to wander around over there. But of course, as you pull into the Muelle, the pier, there are lots of restaurants right here on the mainland that you can have a really wonderful meal. We had a meal over here the other day and it was delicious, and we had some really good drinks as well. So we will see you on the next one. Adios amigos. Goodbye friends.